Hey guys, and welcome back to Exo Medical Spa. Today we're going to do a fun little episode, and what my media team came up with was unpopular opinions in aesthetics. And I think this goes along the line with fear mongering or people saying stuff that isn't necessarily true. But let's talk about some unpopular opinions when we get back. I think the first one, and probably the most popular unpopular opinion when I run into, is PDO threads. People think PDO threads has complications, they have a higher risk compared to fillers, how long they've been around, and the other part is looking unnatural. So let's talk about it looking unnatural, how long it's been around, and is it safer or less safe compared to fillers. If you want to check our other link in regards to PDO threads and how we use them, check all the links in the description below. But with PDO threads, we can lift skin naturally, meaning that there's not many things outside of surgery that can help lift skin. So if you're looking for any type of lift, face, body, neck, that's where PDO threads comes in. Now what PDO threads does is it acts as a little anchoring point to lift areas of heaviness. Now looking unnatural, if you're looking for this full stretched look, only surgery can accomplish that. PDO threads can never lift you to the point where you look unnatural. The way I represent this for my clients is if you put your finger by your cheekbone, put your finger by your jawbone or anywhere else in your body, neck, chest, arms, eyebrows, and you give yourself a one finger lift. And this is what we do all the time in the mirror is, what would I look like if I just lifted my face like this? That's what you can look with PDO threads. When you lift your face, make sure you don't create a mound of skin back here. That's when that's more of a surgical result, or you have to take your whole hand and lift your face to be happy. That's a surgical result. From a natural standpoint, this is all you can accomplish with PDO threads. The more threads we add, the better you look. And then also, if you have a bunch of wrinkles, that's where we can use smooth threads, twists to give you the lift and that collagen reduction and the reduction in wrinkles as well. So that will address the natural part. You cannot look unnatural PDO threads. Conversely, fillers, you can look unnatural because fillers, you're putting in a bunch of volume. And if I'm putting in the volume wrong, meaning I don't try to match what your natural anatomy is or what your aesthetics is, this is where you can get the overblown cheeks. You can look ultra puffy. Or now I'm turning a more round face into a very heart-shaped triangle face, which doesn't match your natural aesthetic. Or lastly, lips, duck lips, overfilled lips, migrating lips. Fillers, you can definitely look overdone. The next one is safety. How long have threads been around? How long have fillers been around? And depending on the nuances, the way you look it up, PDO threads, the medical application behind it has been around since the 1970s. If you look at orthopedics, if you look at cardiothoracic, meaning the heart, doctors needed a way to do open heart surgery and be able to sew the heart back up. Well, you don't want to use a permanent suture. You don't want to use a permanent thread because that's an artificial object sitting on the heart and can cause complications. In the late 1990s to early 2000s, they took PDO threads, that medical application, and now they applied it towards aesthetics to help lift and contour the face and build collagen. Fillers, dermal fillers, have only been around since the early 2000s as well. So the fillers you know as today, HA fillers, hyaluronic acid fillers, are newer than PDO threads. So there's a longer medical application for PDO threads than there is for dermal fillers. From a safety standpoint, there are a lot more complications when it comes to fillers than PDO threads. Most of the side effects, you can correlate them together. Lumps and bumps, fillers, threads. You don't like the way it looks, fillers, threads. Pain and swelling, bruising, fillers, threads. Now, one of the major complications you can get with dermal fillers is tissue death, meaning necrosis, or vascular occlusion, leading to potential blindness. If I take a filler, or if anyone takes a filler and they inject it into a vein or artery, and that vein or artery feeds the skin in that area, or if it feeds the arteries and veins to the eyes, you have the potential for blindness. Now, you can look up the data. It depends on which article you look at it to, into the reported cases of blindness and also permanent blindness. I haven't found any data point to suggest there's ever been reported blindness with PDO threads. So when people say safety standpoint, it's just threads are newer to people's knowledge, but threads have been around longer and they're safer compared to fillers. So I think that's going to be a pretty fun series that we can do here, hitting up misnomers, miseducation, and then unpopular opinions. So when it comes to PDO threads and people comparing it to fillers, unnatural, you'll never look unnatural. Well, I can't say never. You have less likely chance of looking unnatural as compared to fillers who can look overblown and change the way you look. And then also from a history standpoint and a safety standpoint, threads have been around longer, there's more of a medical application for it. And then also from a side effect standpoint, which the major one is necrosis, tissue death, and then also blindness, I haven't seen any reported cases with PDO threads as compared to fillers as well.